for part two. 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 Let's get it. So, like I was saying, our since it snowed, our liaison was not there. So since I'm in the Air National Guard, we were actually like the last group to go because the Air Force liaison did everything that he did for his people. And then it was our turn with him, and he kind of was just like not really knowing too, because it was just like he wasn't our liaison, but he had to step in. Liaison checked us in, and then we were still waiting in the long line because we had to get fingerprinted in the system. So now to get fingerprinted, you go upstairs, and I guess it was like a little break because some of us was like getting our weight checked and our blood pressure checked. Some people were getting like their ears done, their eyes. I think I only got my ears and then my weight and blood pressure, and then we all had to go in the room and fill out paperwork. And in that room, you fill out your tattoo sheet. You fill out like the packet that you went over with your recruiter originally. So make sure that everything is the same as if your regular paperwork. And you know, they're gonna ask you like, when's the last time you went to the hospital? Have you had a physical? Things like that. And you want to just make sure, like, if you don't know the answers to the questions beforehand, before you go to Meps, go over with your recruiter. I know I had a couple questions as well, and she was just like, you don't gotta put it on there. Honestly, the golden rule is if you don't have paperwork to show something, then you don't need to put it on there. My day was so long, and then so after we debriefed in that room, I guess some of us was sent upstairs to take our ASVAB, and then everyone else was doing what they had to do and like finishing off. All I'm gonna say about ASVAB in this video is make sure you bring a sweater because it was freezing. They do it on purpose, but it was freezing. After I took my ASVAB, you have to go right back downstairs and finish doing your exercises and anything else and getting checked by the doctor and stuff like that. So the hardest part for me was probably the hearing test because I actually failed it the first time. And I only failed it the first time because I really didn't understand the instructions. So with the hearing test, it goes do, 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 do. And each set, you have to like click it. So me, I just thought I had the do and the do, 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 do. I just thought it was one sequence, but it's actually 3. So you need to make sure you hit it for each sequence. So as soon as you rehear it, you click. I didn't know that. So I failed that part at first, and mind you, I did my hearing before I debriefed, and then I went upstairs. So when I came back downstairs, they were like, oh my gosh, you failed your hearing. And then when I saw the doctor, she was like, oh my gosh, you failed your hearing. I need to clean out your ears. And I'm like, no, you don't. I just didn't understand the instructions. And she's like, are you sure? I'm gonna clean them out anyway. Whatever. My experience with the doctor was okay. I definitely thought I was gonna get disqualified because I have a birthmark right here. I don't know if you can see it. And I have one on my foot on the same side. It's kind of similar to this. And she was just like making it kind of weird. Not making it kind of weird, but she was asking a lot of questions. And I was just like, they're just birthmarks. And I scratched my left leg and I forgot that I had scars there. And she was like, what happened? And I'm like, oh, I have a scar? Like, I didn't even notice. I forgot all about it. But I figured, well, they told us that they are really only like that because, like, they ask you if you have any surgeries. And if you have a scarring of some sort and it looks like a possible surgery, they just want to make sure. So I definitely thought I was going to get disqualified because she marked my birthmarks. She marked them as abnormal. And I was just like, that's strange, but okay. And they do check you. So this is for all my ladies because I see a lot of people ask these in the videos I was watching. I personally did have my period when I went to Meps. I wasn't flowing hard or anything, but it was kind of like my last days and I had a tampon in. TMI if this is too much for you. But when you have your period, it goes through just as regular. Make sure you leave your underwear on. Because I didn't know that because nobody said that to us. So when I went in there, she was just like, oh, you're supposed to leave your underwear on. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll go up in the morning. She's like, no, it's okay. Just know you're supposed to leave your underwear on. And I was like, oh, okay. None of your nurses told me that. But she still checked me as regular. And for people who are wondering, because a lot of people like access too, they do check in between your cheeks as well. The main reason why they do all that is just to make sure you are what you say you are. And it really is just like a visit to the OBGYN. So if you've had one of them, you're fine. They're not doing a whole pap smear on you, but you know, you're gonna be fine. So then you got to do your exercises. So the exercises was really just like stretching. So you stretch up, you stretch down, you duck walk. You just make sure they want you to bend, they want you to kneel and squat, and they're really just making sure like your bones are where they're supposed to be. So we do have to do exercises. They do drug test you, and drug test is pee. So make sure you drink water or some type of cranberry juice in the morning. That way you're able to go. They weren't actually about to like have me take mine, because they were like, oh, if you don't have to go, like you're gonna have to come back. And I was like, I never said I didn't have to go. Like, let me go to the bathroom. Like, make sure like you handle your business, because they didn't even offer me at first. Like, they didn't say nothing about going to the bathroom, and they're like, oh, you're gonna have to come back. And I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, I can go. So just make sure you're watching out for that, because like they'll make you come back. And come back. They're quick to disqualify, and they're quick to make you redo your trip, honestly. And you gotta give blood, because they test for HIV, AIDS, and some other stuff. And if you're pregnant, yeah. So, you know, hopefully they'll ask you like if you get queasy at the sight of blood, but that's another reason why you need to make sure you're eating in the morning, just because if you are, that way you don't faint, because it is a long day. I did say I failed my hearing test first. Yes, so I did all my exercises and things like that. And then I went back for my hearing test. Passed it with flying colors. Yeah. My eye test, it was easy. The depth perception is actually very hard. I don't really even know tips. Like, I don't even know tips to help you with that. I will say this with a hearing test. Some people are just like count 1, 2, 3 and then tap. You don't have to do that. Like, if you can hear, you'll hear the beeps. Like, even me, like sometimes I'm kind of hard of hearing and stuff like that, but I definitely heard those beeps. And even like the tiniest beep, like you hear it. And in the event that you don't, I would say after you hear that first beep, count to like 2. So 1, 2, 3. Because some people are like 1, 2. Well, 1, 2, 3, then click. I would say definitely do, if you don't hear it, definitely do 1, 2, then click. But like I said, like I was like, what? I heard all of these beeps. Oh, before I forget. When you're doing your exercises, and I want you to have solid colored undergarments. And honestly, looking at all the other girls, they don't really even need to be like black and nude and white. It's good that if they are, just in case you get a nurse that's having a really bad day. Luckily, we had a nurse, and she was like dope that was in there with us. Like, she was talking to us, she was laughing with us. I pulled her to the side, I was asking her questions, and she was really nice. So for the underwear and your undergarments, just make sure there's no lace, of course, but just make sure they're covering the cheeks. That's really all they care about. You're gonna get a sheet from your recruiter of everything you need, like your folder and what not to wear and what to wear. I would just always say go solid black, solid gray, solid color. If you're gonna wear jeans, no rips. Keep it simple. Don't draw no attention to you, because like I said, they're quick to fail and they're quick to say something. Don't lie, but if you definitely have a question about something that you've experienced, ask your recruiter first. Because granted, I was like, oh, I didn't get disqualified. Like, I thought I was gonna get disqualified. But there are some people, like the guy who's coming back with me, he has to come all the way back to do something because he messed up. Don't be that person. Like I said, always consult your recruiter. If you don't feel comfortable asking your recruiter, ask for a new recruiter, okay? Don't go in there confused. Don't go in there not sure. Don't go in there like doing stuff and saying stuff that you didn't go over with your recruiter, because it's very important that they know that way they can help you. Your recruiter is supposed to help you. Like I said, if you don't feel comfortable with your recruiter, then you need to change, okay? Gratefully, I had a great one. She's bomb and she's amazing, okay? But I know not everyone is blessed with that story. So if you don't feel comfortable with your recruiter, then change recruiters, okay? So I'm gonna wrap this video up hopefully I don't miss anything in this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I will leave my email too if anybody wants to email me. If you're leaving July 17th, let us just know. So like, I don't even know if we're gonna see each other, but like, just let us just know. And the other videos that I wanna upload are gonna be what I'm packing for a basic. I know what I'm gonna be doing to my hair for a basic, cause I'm not leaving it. If y'all want deets on this hair, let a sister know. But if that's actually all, and like I said, they're gonna be split into parts because this is gonna be too long. Okay, I'll catch y'all in my next video, and bye y'all.